can't be chapped, shawty. Can't be chapped, big dog. Can't be chapped, shawty. Woo! Woo! Ladies and gentlemen. Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to another episode of Saturday Morning Live, episode 97. It is a wonderful day. It's a holiday. No, it's not April Fool's Day, that pagan realistic stuff that y'all made up. It is my birthday, the realest of the realists. Birthdays hit different this year. 38, shawty. 38 years old, bruh. I am excited, man. Thank you, everyone. Y'all ain't even wish me happy birthday yet because you ain't know, but I'm still tell you thank you anyway. I appreciate y'all.
Yo, Reggie is feeling good. Happy birthday, my G. How you feeling as you turn 43?
Man, I feel like it. Shit.
I carry a whooping.
Oh boy, yeah. Hey man, birthdays hit different when you have a kid, shawty, especially a baby. My birthday, all I want is to be like, just be around family and friends and sleep. Like we gonna watch Final Four. We're gonna have a nice little cookout, and then I'm gonna go to sleep for a little bit.
All right, now y'all ain't gonna be in my house all night, man. I'm gonna have that grill going probably about 3 o'clock. Y'all need to be at my house by 10.
We just talked about, hey man, Final Four end that by 11 now. You know, Once the ref blow the whistle for the game over, that means everything is over.
Yep. Need to have your plates ready. Going back to your homes.
But yeah, man. Yours is in what, 2 weeks?
Co-host, yes, in 2 weeks. As your co-host, I think we would be completely remiss if we did not start the show with a birthday shot.
Ooh, all right, I'll get up and get one. Oh Lord, I ain't got no food on my stomach, Lord. I ain't got no food on my stomach, Jesus. But we can do birthday shots. I'm gonna get this water though. I'm gonna follow it up with this shot of water though.
I would expect nothing less. If you're awake this morning, if you're hearing this on the playback later, you stop what you're doing as long as you're not operating a motor vehicle or plan to do that here in the near future, and you do the same.
Got these shots
I think it is
ready. Y'all ready?
Obligatory. I think anything less would be uncivilized.
Y'all know when I drink, I sweat and shit, so I had to get my little cloth. I had to get my little forehead cloth shot it.
Said he had to get it together.
Yeah, man, you can't be drinking with no plan like you 15 anymore. I mean, 15, 25.
That is exactly what I plan to do, is drink with no plan.
Oh, be safe. Lord, be safe. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in honor of my birthday, I ain't got no shot glass, but I do have a glass.
Oh, that's very black of you. Hey, I got one of them cups from the stove, and I just used that.
Where's your shot glass?
Oh, you thought I wasn't prepared? Who are you thinking? You thought? I've been locked and loaded. Happy birthday, my brother. Congratulations to another year as we proceed almost on another year of podcast. I love you. Congratulations.
Appreciate y'all.
Drink up.
Now, y'all know when I do shots. Ooh, y'all heard my voice change? Y'all know when I do shots.
Come on, everybody, let's do the conga.
We might get off the rails a little bit, shawty. We might get off the rails a little bit because your boy ain't had damn piece of breakfast.
We're gonna try to keep this concise. We're gonna try to keep this right to the point, and we also gonna try to be efficient. Get these games in real quick. Number one, we're gonna start with it. I don't know why that says Sunday because it's surely Saturday. The Mavericks versus the Heat. These are two teams that both need wins. Need to string together quite a few wins in a row. Both of these teams seem to be faltering.
Are they? I thought the Heat. Well, yeah. So, you know me. We've had this discussion. You don't believe me. You say different. You say his team is worse. But the same Luka does not look happy in Dallas. At all.
Now that is very true. He looks very unhappy. He looks like a Hawks player. He looks so unhappy.
He looks so frustrated. And
you can't even escape your fate. You got traded to the same destiny, to the same struggle.
And now he's we criticized Carmelo Anthony for staying with the Knicks, taking the Supermax at the time, and not going to the Bulls to play with Derrick Rose and that whole team. Because that, to us at the time, Carmelo was in New York, Derrick Rose was in Chicago, and LeBron and all them had went to Miami. And Derrick Rose basically won 2 games. He pulled the Allen Iverson against the Lakers and won a game pretty much by himself against the Heat, the LeBron James Heat in the Eastern Conference Finals at that MVP year. It was good, Josh. Appreciate it. So we all assumed that the Bulls were right there. They just needed one more piece to challenge the Heat for real. And we thought Carmelo Anthony was it. Follow me. I'm going to get back to my point. We thought Carmelo Anthony was it. He decided to stay in New York and take the money versus going to Chicago for a little less money, but probably winning a chip or getting close to winning a chip, closer than he's ever been. I think Luka is in the same ballpark. I think Mark Cuban is going to throw a gajillion dollars at him to stay. I think Mark Cuban I think he just made a move for Kyrie. I think it was a calculated move, not a bad move.
It was a swing and a miss.
Yeah, but he still has enough money to go out and get somebody else. This offseason is crazy.
Cut bait with Kyrie. We got rid of a couple guys who you really already thought that you could not get to the next level with. I'm willing to continue to build around this guy, and I'm going to try to do the best to attract talent to play with him and keep him on my team. Now, I do think that there are some teams that are going to be, chomping at the bit for the opportunity to see what they can put together to get him. Because he's so good. And anytime you have a guy who leads your team in points, assists, and rebounds, the team is not good enough. And on top of that, you're playing with a dude who's a monster.
Yeah. To continue the discussion, I'm going to take Miami here at home. I don't really bet against Miami at home. What we're seeing with Luka is kind of what we saw with LeBron, is almost what we see with almost every major player now. You take
you think they're like the Cavs?
I think
he's trying. I don't want to.
LeBron tried. I mean, LeBron is LeBron. So he took the Cavs to the finals in 2007.
No. I'm talking about the ownership was good.
Yeah. Mark Cuban.
Yeah, like Mark Cuban is doing his absolute best to try to support this team with what he has. He's not like O'Brien was just, hey man, LeBron, go win it. He went and tried to get Kyrie. I mean, that's the best he could do with what he got. I mean, I think Cuban is going to try to resell him, but he's got to resell him and actually get some players to come to Dallas, legitimate players too.
Well, the rumor. Of course, it's rumor mill central. The rumor is LeBron may go to Dallas with Draymond and team up with Luka, which makes no sense to me, and Kyrie, which makes no sense to me. But there's not enough basketball. Nobody can play off the ball on that team except for Kyrie.
LeBron does not want to be the ring. LeBron is tired. LeBron is just like you. I am tired of doing all this work. Hey, if Draymond want to act crazy and be the guy who plays defense, great. Luka, if you and Kyrie want to dribble the air out of the ball and just let me do like an elevated Kevin Durant thing, I'm fine. I think he'd be perfectly fine.
Elevated Kevin? You think LeBron can do an elevated Kevin Durant thing?
No, I'm talking about where Kevin Durant let like Steph still do his thing. He didn't have to have the ball in his hand all the time. He was like, you can just pass me the ball and I'll shoot it.
Nah, Kevin Durant definitely won MVP because he would clap for the ball. I agree that LeBron is tired, but the way LeBron plays, LeBron can't play off the ball.
Ain't a bad thought.
LeBron can't play off the ball. LeBron, would you have LeBron as a spot-up shooter? He doesn't like to post. Not like, we want him to post.
Well, so he's gonna have to do something. I mean,
because you can't take the ball out of Luka's hands. You give the ball to Kyrie, he's gonna kill you. So he's not really gonna pass the ball, facilitate. You're the only facilitator, but then you have Draymond.
Kyrie was good playing off the ball with James Harden.
Kyrie can play off the ball. I said, Kyrie is the only one out of that group that can play off the ball. Draymond, if he doesn't have the ball in his hands, he is a screen setter, and that is it. And I don't know if that would work. I don't know what Dallas is gonna do. I don't know who would actually want to go to Dallas. You have to get all shooters and a big man.
I feel like if I'm a big, I'm interested in going to Dallas because he gonna pass you the ball. You gonna get the ball.
But if I'm a wing, I'm not. He ain't gonna pass you the ball. He's gonna take all the shots.
Tim Hardaway Jr. That's his job. Don't dribble, shoot.
And then there's the conundrum because if I'm Luka, Tim Hardaway Jr. ain't good enough.
I don't think that Tim Hardaway Jr. is a problem. I think their front court is just, you need somebody. Dwight Powell and the other dude that looks like Dwight Powell and the other dude that looks like Dwight Powell, because I feel like they all the same person. Max Kleber.
Kleber and Josh yeah. The Josh dude.
Josh Green. But
he's short Dwight Powell.
But yeah, they all like little carbon copies. Like, you remember Multiplicity?
Yeah.
That's what I feel like they
multiple reality
like
shot it.
Yeah. So I just think they need to elevate that. Especially, they've never had a legitimate big. JaVale McGee is the best big that Luka's ever played with, and I don't think that's enough.
Well, they tried it, they didn't wait on it, and they traded him. They had Kristaps. Now, Kristaps, now it seems like his body had to get used to the NBA rigor because his first 3 or 4 years, he was a piece of paper.
He was struggling with getting pounded.
I was trying not to say it. I was like, I got to find the most non-AO-ish way to say that you getting dominated down low that I can say it, bro.
Oh my God. You know what? I think
if I'm Dallas, I might go look. If I'm Dallas, I might go look at Kristaps again.
Can we take a shot for that?
Yep. Take a shot for down low domination.
Yep.
Whatever that means to you is what that means to you.
With Kristaps getting pounded.
Woo! That boy graduated college, relocated to another city, reinvented himself.
Yeah, I could not make that joke. Yeah, but we're picking the Heat in this one. Clippers versus Pelicans. It should be a game, but
I'm selfish in this game. I only want.
Hey, wait, stop. Is Zion playing? No.
Well, you get that steak dinner, don't you?
Man, I'm eating so good. Sidebar, we having a little family men's retreat. We trying to get that back rolling again. It's gonna be in New Orleans, and I am gonna go to Drago's. I'm gonna have I might pick a different steakhouse actually. Haven't decided exactly what I'm gonna do, but I'm gonna do a wonderful steak on my brother who bet me that Zion will play 70% of the games. I think maybe 60% of the games. Either way, Zion ain't played nowhere near, and I honestly don't think he's gonna do it again next year. I told y'all should have traded for Julius Randle, and I was right about that.
Hey, Sid, I'm gonna shoot you some bail. I understand the bet that you were making. You were betting out of 100 that 70% was gonna be there. You just picked the wrong side. You said he was gonna play 70% instead of sit 70%. If you had said sit 70% instead of play 70%, you would have a steak dinner. You had the right numbers. I'm an engineer. I know what it's like to have the right numbers and the right formula, and then you put them in the wrong place and get the wrong answer and get an F. I understand what that is. Said I understand. You just put the X where the Y was supposed to go, and the Y where the X was supposed to go.
My steak medium, garlic butter, extra. Thank you so much.
Oh, now you better than me because I'm gonna have the crab topping with the lobster on the side.
Oh no! I'm doing char grilled oysters. You know it. It's a new.
Ooh, Cedric. This game,
get a bill to him. Don't even come to me. My brother got it. Clippers versus Pelicans should be a good game, and I think it still might be a good game. I think Brandon Ingram had a triple double last night.
Brandon Ingram is crazy. He's crazy. I trade Zion today. But really, so what's more intriguing about New Orleans is Troy Murphy. Troy Murphy III seems to elevate that team to a different stratosphere. They're still a young team. They got bullied by Golden State in the second half after talking all that trash. Shout out to Draymond. Draymond reiterated why you need Draymond.
He told y'all not cut like that, and then decided to show you.
Y'all not cut like that. You gonna do something? No, because you Like, whoa. I like Russell Westbrook seems to this is a tailor-made matchup for Russell Westbrook. Nobody on the Pelicans can guard Russell Westbrook from an athleticism standpoint. And he can guard pretty much the 1 through the 3 on that team because of his strength.
I think McCollum will do a decent job on Russ.
I don't. I think Russ go right by McCollum every time, or big man him, rock the baby. And Russ seems to have had a resurgence over the last couple games, especially with Memphis. And as much as y'all hate Dylan Brooks and how much trash they talk with Memphis, New Orleans is right there with the trash talk. So yeah, I would probably, I'm gonna take the Clippers here, because I think that the trash talk from New Orleans is gonna motivate the Clippers. Assuming that everybody's healthy. If nobody's healthy, everybody's healthy.
Hold on. I learned my lesson last time with that, and we're gonna go for the Clippers injury report because that could be literally anything. We don't know who is playing on that team.
Well, there you go. Markieff Morris out, Paul George out, Brandon Boston out, Kawhi Leonard, day-to-day personal reasons. I'm going with the Pelicans. I changed my pick. Pelicans over the Clippers.
Yeah, that's
the Clips. They ain't even the Clippers. They ain't got the PERS in the name. They're just the Clips till they get a full roster.
The Spurs owe Kawhi apology. He's been hurt ever since he said he was hurt.
And he said, "Nah, y'all are wrong.
I told y'all
I'm
I
right."
was hurt.
They said, "Nah, you ain't hurt." He said, oh, "Okay."
First up on the Sunday games, Raptors versus Hornets. This is two teams that nobody
Let's
cares about anymore.
Go Hornets. You know why? Because I want Nick Nurse to leave. You went up there and won with Dwayne Casey's team and won a championship and have been mid ever since. You are the exact same thing as Charlie Weiss. You are the exact same thing as every white coach that takes a team that a black coach built and wins with it, gets the contract extension, gets the ballyhoo, and then you some ass. Nick Nurse, I hope you're a good person outside of basketball because as a coach, I don't like you. Let's go Hornets. I really don't like Charlotte either. They trying to make a rivalry with Atlanta, but we don't care. But in this turn, I don't know even who y'all. Dennis Smith Jr., go get your money, big dog. Beat Toronto. All racy, all hate from your boy. That's my pick. No basketball evidence at all.
Reggie's line of thought is not wrong here. Dwayne Casey was coaching that team. They were doing very well. They fired Dwayne Casey after being coach of the year. They signed Nick Nurse.
And traded for Kawhi Leonard.
And traded for Kawhi Leonard. And then they won a championship. Then after Kawhi left, they still have Pascal Siakam. They have OG Anunoby. They have Fred VanVleet. And they have been the epitome of mid. And now their team actually looks like it is under full self-destruction. Like they're gonna blow this thing all the way.
They actually might be out of there. Like I think they are. Are they even in the playoffs right now?
So yeah, in this game, nobody also cares because the Hornets are the Hornets. But I guess we would care that the Hornets probably. I would like to see the Hornets win.
The Raptors are in ninth.
Huh?
The Raptors are in ninth right now. They're firmly in the play-in.
Yeah. But this at the end of the day, inconsequential. Next up, Jazz versus Nets.
Well, not really. Not inconsequential. We need the Raptors. Would you rather the Hawks play the Bulls and have to play if the Hawks fall to ninth, they got to win 2 games. I would rather the Raptors are in ninth. So I need the Hornets to keep the Raptors in ninth.
Oh, correct. Then yeah, let's go Raptors. That's very simple. Next up, we have the Jazz versus the Nets. The Nets, and I'm going to say this until I'm probably blue in the face. I know they traded away Kyrie Irving and Kevin Durant, but considering that this is the best case scenario for them, they do have a team. They just beat the Hawks last night very handily, I think by like almost 20 points. For me, I think the Nets
30.
Yes, the Nets are a very scary team because they haven't spent. They should have a decent amount of money to spend on players.
Appreciated that. All caps.
Bob Davis, what's good? Let them know you bet you're right. All caps. But I'm definitely picking the Nets in this game. They're the more steady team. They're the more stable team. I think they're the better equipped team. But watch out, Lloyd Marketing probably give you 35 tonight.
I don't think he'll give him 35 at all because Mikal Bridges makes the Nets front office look like a genius. I understand Phoenix's thought process in going to get Kevin Durant. I may have given up Ayton and kept Mikal Bridges versus keeping Ayton.
To me, it's difficult. I see. I'm going to push back and say no because Mikal Bridges, what he needed to do to show us that he's at least one level up from where we believed him to be his whole career.
Yeah, he needed to leave Phoenix.
He could not be there with Kevin Durant and Booker. He was just not going to be able to elevate, shoot. Like, we didn't know he could shoot this many shots and still score at a high level. No.
Bro, he went 17 of 24 last night. Challenged. He ain't have really no open shots.
Now, this is where it could get tricky. There is a world where he. I don't know if I can say. How old is Booker? What I'm thinking about in my head is there a world where you regret trading Bridges and not Booker? No, there's not a world where you regret trading Bridges and not Booker. Nah, not right now. But what I'm saying is because he also he plays defense. Book plays defense, but not like Bridges plays.
Nobody knew that Bridges was this good. Nobody knew. No, he got away from.
Phoenix has to know you drafted him.
He had to be cooking in practice. Like he had to be cooking in practice. Oh, you want to talk about the draft? Who you think is what? Woo, Philadelphia. He's from Philly. Y'all drafted him, and then you traded him.
Oh, Kel, do not bring that up around Kevin. That is a very sensitive subject. So in this game, I just wanted to make sure we picking the Nets. Nets, correct?
Yeah, I'm picking the Nets. Definitely picking the Nets against Utah.
Oh, I misspelled that.
How you
didn't see that, but
the Nets got 4 letters. What you put?
I got them all out of order. That's what happened when you try to podcast and type at the same time.
Yes, sir.
I think it's not on the home keys. Grizzlies versus Bulls. Bulls, good luck. Boy, y'all could get whooped. And John got the gun. It's finna be a parade inside your city. Boy. Yeah, Skip Bayless. Next up, Blazers versus Timberwolves. The fact that the Blazers may never have a big, this is gonna be very big problems to the Blazers. I think
free Dame, shout it, free Dame. I think Dame, come here.
And Rudy Gobert just destroyed them.
Come here, Dame. I want you to zoom in on my face, bro. Wherever you watching on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Dame, wherever you listening, bro, you got to leave Portland, Shannon. You can have all of your foundations. You can leave them there. You can have all of the youth stuff. You can have your car dealerships. You can still be a pillar of the community. You can have a summer home there where you go and look at all the scenery. But bro, you've got to go. You have got to get out of there, my guy. Because if you don't, you will be a martyr. And that is not it for you. You do not want that. I need you to get out of Portland, Dame. They shut you down again. You've been shut down every year when it comes to the playoffs. Every year you be shut down, except in the years you beat OKC and hit the shots against Russell Westbrook and all of that. Other than that, bro, you've got to make a business decision. I understand loyalty, not running from the grind. Listen, they are grinding you to a pulp, bro. It is time for you to go. Get out of there, Dame. I'm going with Minnesota in this game because I don't believe it. Portland's out. They didn't quit for the year. They didn't shut Dame down. I don't even know they're playing.
I think they shut him and Jeremy Grant down. So yeah, definitely. This is probably.
I don't even know Portland's playing. I don't know what they're trying to do. I don't know their thought process. I don't know anything. Put the
G League boys out there for the rest of the season. Let's see what y'all got.
If I'm Jeremy Grant, I'm leaving too. But yeah, I'm going Minnesota here.
We have the Mavs versus the Hawks. This is on a road back-to-back after playing the Heat. And, of course, the Hawks are one game below 500. So that also means that we will 100% win this game to get back to 500. And the Mavs will probably be whooped from the game before, and then they fly from Miami to Atlanta. I think we probably win this game by 50.
Yeah, I think Luka and Trey are always going to put on a show. because they were traded for each other. But team-wise, we should dominate this game. Kyrie Irving is good. He's going to get his points. I need John Collins. Not even John Collins. I'm not even going to single out John Collins this time because that's my dude. I need the starters to come with DeJounte Murray. DeJounte Murray had a blistering game against the Nets. Started off, I think he had 15 points in the first quarter. You know what Trae Young had? Up until the fourth quarter, 6 points. John Collins was 0 of 7, 6 points. Clint Capella, 6 points. The bench actually kept us in the game as long as they did. I need the starters to come with DeJounte Murray. And if that happens, and of course we were missing DeAndre Hunter, but if that happens, I think we should win this handily. Everybody should have 12 to 15 points outside of Trae, DeJounte, and one of the big Trae and DeJounte. Everybody else should have about 15 points.
Which is weird because, I mean, I don't know. I had a long discussion about it. I don't know why we can't get all of our players to play it on the same night. You get like half of them one night, half the other half another night. You get like last night. I remember at one point I saw Trae, John, and Clint probably shot 20 shots. They each hit one. I was like, oh my God.
Yeah. And John, and they were sagging off John at the 3-point line like Caitlin Clark was sagging off South Carolina's point guard last night. Just doesn't even work. He can't shoot.
You got it.
I was like, come on, bro. Like, dribble in and do something. Dunk on somebody. Like, Capella played with now Onyeka Okongwu. Y'all gonna have to make the minutes 60-40 Onyeka Okongwu next year. Ain't no way that he can't play anymore. That he has to play less than Capella. It can't happen.
Atlanta is, and whatever it is, I really, like I told y'all, this is going to be the best team with the worst limp to the playoffs I've ever seen. And this team is not going to look anything like it does this year. Next year, and I don't know how it looks anywhere close as far as like skill level. There's no way that I don't see we.
I'm going to remind y'all, the Splash Cast said it first. Matter of fact, Norwood said it first. And it made me go like this. And the more I see it happening, the more I can see. The more I see the season play out, the more I see this happening. John Collins is on his way out. That's not what the point I'm making. But John Collins is on his way out. The way that they're playing and the way that the team is set up, they need somebody that is more consistent from three. They don't run nearly enough screen and roll, pick and pop with John Collins and use him the correct way. And if you're not, you need to trade him. They are going to trade John Collins and a pick for nobody. They're going to get nothing. They may get a second-round pick. They may get a bench player. And they're going to take that money, and they're going to go get Cam Johnson. And put Cam Johnson, who is 6'8.5", I actually looked at it, 6'8.5", at the starting 4, with Clint Capella at the 5, and they're going to put him in the corner, and they're going to have him come off, and he can actually dribble and get to the rim by himself that he's shown this year. And Cam Johnson will be the starting 4 at $90 million versus John Collins at 125. That's going to happen next year. I can see that happening unless the Nets throw a crap ton of money at him, of course.
Why would you leave Brooklyn to come to Atlanta?
Why would you leave Brooklyn? Money? Money, fit. You would be more, well, I guess he is a focal point there. Yeah, Spencer Dinwiddie.
It's a starting 4 next to Nicholas Claxton, who's younger and is a defensive player of the year candidate. I'm next to Mikal Bridges, and I'm in Brooklyn. We can be the
Brooklyn.
We can be the research. We can be the Kyrie, James Harden, and Kevin Durant that they couldn't be, or come to Atlanta and play with Trae Young.
Now, the second part of that is I don't know if Atlanta will commit to Trae Young. We have to monitor this Jaylen Brown situation because now everybody's making a big hullabaloo about it that Jaylen Brown in Boston and blah blah blah, and then the next game they go out and score. Him and Jason Tatum outscore the Bucks by themselves through 3 quarters. But if there's any merit to Jaylen Brown socially not liking Boston because of everything that Boston is known for, him being from Atlanta having the money, it could happen. Trade to Boston ain't a bad thing.
No, it helps out your boy who likes to shoot the hardest shots in the NBA.
And then you put Marcus Smart at the 2, and you keep everybody else.
Or Malcolm Brogdon at the 2. You can rotate. You got guys to play the 2.
Well, I'm talking about somebody to hide Trey.
Yes.
That won't shoot, that doesn't need the ball. So he gets the ball on offense. You run pick and roll with Jason Tatum, and you have people sitting out. We've seen Boston be able to shoot out of this world. They hit, 25 threes against the Hawks? They're shooting 40% as a team from 3. So that's exactly what pick and roll basketball is. Pick and roll with your 2 best players, kick it to the 3-point shooters. Boston has all of that, but they also have Jaylen Brown, who is like disgustingly crazy. Atlanta needs, they have pick and roll with DeJounte. They need somebody that doesn't need the ball in it, that can move around, that can go get a bucket whenever they want, which will be Jaylen Brown. So that is the second part. You trade John, you trade Trey.
You can go at any point, bro. You can go. I want to see you be somewhere else. Also, if you want to go to OKC, because I talked about that one yesterday, we would love to swap you out for SGA at the first available opportunity.
They're not doing that. We will
send you back. I will buy the Spirit ticket to get you back to Oklahoma City, bro.
Nah, they'll send us Josh Giddey before they send us Trey.
We got the hell no. You cannot send me Josh Giddey for Trey. No.
Josh Giddey.
No.
Another player, a couple other players, and a couple picks. They would take Trey and give us Josh Giddey. The crux of this conversation is the team is going to look totally different next year, in our opinion. We picked Atlanta to beat Dallas, but the team is going to look totally different next year because the underachieving is insane. And I wouldn't be surprised they move on from DeAndre Hunter. He's been hurt every year.
They like him now.
But he's been hurt every year. At some point, you have to do it.
But to close out this game, we're definitely picking the Hawks. Next up, we have the Wizards versus the Knicks. But do remember, Julius Randle is out for the Knicks. I think they said he will be reevaluated in 2 weeks. So what that means to me is he is hurt for at least a month. The Wizards do have Kristaps. I think this is actually a game the Knicks lose.
I can see them losing. Malcolm Brogdon.
Oh, Lord.
Jalen Brunson just scored 48.
Amigos talking to you, boy.
It is kicking my ass. That's low-key kicking my ass over here. 48, 8, 9, I think he had yesterday against a fully staffed Cavs team. RJ Barrett is playing well.
Obi
Toppin wasn't bad. Played pretty well. At home, Washington really doesn't have anything to play for.
You're right.
I'm probably taking the Knicks. I'm probably taking the Knicks this one here. Hate to say it because I'm not a Knicks fan, but the Knicks, they got something over there right now with Josh Hart. And Josh Hart was almost like the yellow Infinity Stone. Like they added him and it was like, oh, we can actually play defense now. Oh, we can actually he does everything that they need.
I owe him a small apology. I'll address that on Monday though. The next game,
Donovan Mitchell Magic
too. Pistons versus Magic. Nobody cares about this game. They are both out of this year's playoffs and minus Wembanyama. Nope. The Pistons are the favorite right now to get Wembanyama, so they are probably the favorites to win the championship next year. But this year nobody cares.
How does that work? You would have Wembanyama. You would have James Wiseman. You would have what's the dude that plays power forward from Duke? That everybody gives his number 3 pick. Everybody gives up on. He had 30 points against the Hawks. Low key.
I don't care. He hopefully get 30 points off the bench.
That was it. I don't care.
Off the bench.
And then they got Duren. Man, I'm taking the Magic in this one.
Duren, Ivy, and Cade Cunningham. Yeah.
Ooh, I forgot about Cade.
Surely something over there. They got it. They got it. But this year nobody cares.
So Cali was good, bro.
We also don't care. Next up, Spurs versus Kings. Kings by a lot. Spurs got a little. Shout out to Kevin Huerter, aka Red Velvet. Fantastic season.
Light the beam, shawty. Light the beam.
I'm glad that you have moved on to greener pastures. Lakers versus Rockets. Lakers, y'all better win this damn game.
Let's talk about the Lakers real quick before you move on.
Rockets.
The
Rockets are tricky enough to try to win this game, though.
I would like to send not an apology, not anything, nothing to really say that I was wrong. But shout out to AJ, the Lakers fan. He said the Lakers are about to go on a run. They were in 12th place. Now, of course, there was only 3 games between 12th and 5th in the West.
Yeah.
But the Lakers are in like 7th place and could possibly get out of the play-in in the next 2 days.
Anthony Davis got hurt yesterday.
Came back 35-17. Came back in the game, had 35-17.
Adrenaline. Eventually.
When you ever seen adrenaline work for AD? No, every time he get hurt, he normally leaves.
No, I think he knew he couldn't leave that game. There's no way. It zaps too much of your team to lose it. As soon as y'all get LeBron back, you go back out again. Your nickname is already. Sometimes you have to know it. You can't get me out of here. No, for
if that happens, then I'm looking at you funny for everything else that happens. Because if you turned your ankle to the point where you felt like you should be out, but you decided to play through it and had 35-17, all them other tweaks and you twisted your ankle and was out for 6 weeks type stuff, I'm looking at you funny now. I'm looking at you funny.
I would say this. Everything else is the right thing to do. Hey, I'm hurt. But this very moment, I cannot leave.
Shout out to Lou.
We just got LeBron back. If we just got LeBron back, we cannot then have AD be out in this game. Hell no. I'm hurt. I am dying. But if they see me walk off this court, this season is walking out of here too. But we'll get the injury report. That's the injury.
Y'all better win. Like you said though, y'all better win this game, LA. Y'all can't get out,
Because them young Rockets, if they smell blood,
this ain't nothing but a pickup game to them.
Yeah.
And that is the worst thing you can do for a play against a young team is play a game that don't matter. Because ain't no pressure. Which means I can go out there and do my TikTok off the elbow backboard dunk and ain't nothing you can do about it, old 38-year-old LeBron. You know what I mean?
You don't think that Jalen Green gonna try to do that on you? You a boo boy.
Jalen Green be disrespectful.
We got Suns versus Thunder. This will actually be a game I would like to watch, but Kevin Durant is back. And when Kevin Durant is back, the Suns are the Suns. Thoughts and prayers. SGA still probably goes crazy.
It's unfortunate for OKC because Kevin Durant came back and went 5 of 18 and was shaking his head and was frustrated. And he still had like 18 points. I think he had 20 points quietly. 20 points, went 5 of 18. Was very, very upset that he was 5 of 18. Y'all are the next game after Kevin Durant had an off game. It's unfortunate because Devin Booker is also rounding into form. And everything that everybody hates about CP3, not hates, is talking about CP3, he's the weakest link. I saw CP3 the other day just come down 5 possessions in the row, give the ball to Kevin Durant, Devin Booker, DeAndre Ayton. Devin Booker, Kevin Durant, DeAndre Ayton. And they scored 20 straight points. 20.
That is the one thing about his position. He don't have to be on. All I have to do is find a way to get them other guys the ball where they want it. And then there's one thing he can do from now until he's 80 years old is pass people the ball where they want.
And Monty Williams figured it out that they're just gonna double they're gonna double all 3 of them. Whoever's closest to Kevin to Chris Paul, they're gonna double. So he just made Chris Paul run up under the rim, go dribble down the baseline, and 3 possessions in a row. He dribbled down the baseline. They double Kevin Durant, double Ayton, and he just turned around and hit a 10-foot shot 3 times in a row. I was like, and if he hits that, I mean, and it's not even if he hits that because he didn't even have to jump. That's one of them shots he ain't got to jump. Like, ain't nothing you could do. The Suns are a scary, scary team offensively, and then them keeping Torrey Craig. What's the dude that tried to fight Jimmy Butler? TJ
Warren.
TJ Warren. Not OG Anunoby. The other dude from Georgia Tech. Josh Okogie. Listen, they kept a couple role players.
Okogie quietly had a couple games.
Bro, he is good. He is a really good role player. He plays defense. He can hit the 3. And when he gets the ball, he could dribble and make his own shot at the end of the day.
Yeah.
Quietly is kept. The Suns don't have as bad of a bench as everybody thinks. They just have no backup center. Bismack Biyombo is awful. He is
terrible.
Awful. He can jump really, really high. He has not progressed at all from when they drafted him, not Phoenix, from when they drafted him at the 9th pick or whatever they did.
Your entire career, you never got any better. That's
Ever.
Terrible to tell somebody. What job can you be and you never get any better than day one? You never got any better.
Call center. You are the West of the NBA. You remember West from Hampton? You are the West of the Phoenix Suns.
With that being said, we have picked the Suns. Next up, we have Pacers versus the Cavs.
Cavs
have lost 2 in a row. Lost to the Knicks.
Is what's his name back?
Jarrett Allen.
Yeah.
That is the other part. As much as I like Evan Mobley, Mobley is not. He is not the same without Jarrett Allen. He is not a 5.
I'm still picking the Cavs. Halliburton out. Turner out. Duarte out. Brown out. Cavs.
Who is in?
Benedict Mathurin, Buddy Hield, and Naismith. Now, next year, y'all gonna have a problem with the Pacers. I think the Pacers. Everybody thought the Pacers were gonna be where they're gonna be next year, this year, and it's not gonna happen. But next year, Pacers gonna be a scary team, dog.
Yeah.
Benedict Mathurin has all this playing experience. He's doing what we want DeAndre Hunter to do. He passed the ball. He scored. He played defense. He get out. He's aggressive. He's a beast.
And he is fearless.
Yep. So I got Cleveland in here because ain't nobody playing. But Indiana's crazy. Game of two games.
No. I want to go Warriors Nuggets first.
Okay, Warriors Nuggets first.
I don't know. I feel like the Nuggets at home. Nuggets.
Why?
Nuggets at
home. Why?
Number one, they're playing in Denver.
So
that is
immediately.
Yeah, it's immediately a detriment to the road team. The Warriors, you got Draymond, you got Clay, you got Steph. You have some older players on this team in thin air. Joker needs a win. He needs a win bad.
They are 4-8 in their last 12 games.
They need a win really bad. And this will be it will be more of a ceremonious win than an actual big win.
What's up, Ann?
But I think that they're gonna take advantage and they're gonna beat the Warriors. The Warriors need Andrew Wiggins bad.
On paper. Thank you, Ann. On paper, the Nuggets should beat the Warriors. On paper, the Pelicans should have beat the Warriors. On paper, on betting odds after halftime, the Pelicans should have beat the Warriors.
Why do you think that? Wait. Don't forget about Joker. And people forget Michael Porter Jr. You also have Jamal Murray.
All them people mean 4-8 in the last 12 games. You can name all them names. They 4-8, all played 4-8 in the last 12 games. They barely beat 76ers without Embiid.
That's embarrassing.
So the Warriors seem to. Listen. This new Steph, this volatile Steph, this in anime or any cartoon or any villain, any origin story, the villain, when somebody's good and turns evil, they go from wearing white to wearing black. This all black Steph is crazy. Hitting shots and staring at you, talking shit to you in your huddle in Memphis, going into your huddle, into your timeout and telling you what y'all doing, hitting threes from half court and laughing at you, shimmying on you. This Steph is here. It's hard to bet against this. He did that against New Orleans, and New Orleans was up by 20 in the third, and they just decided the game is over.
That was the Draymond game because he just turned the Warriors on. He was like, hey, we done. Beat them. In them right now.
They are some female dogs.
Yo, the Pelicans bench looked so devastated. When Clay hit that last one, they was like,
yeah, we hit that last three with I don't like betting against the. I'm not. I'm taking the Warriors. You know why? I'm not betting against the Warriors at the end of the season.
6-pack. I'll take that one.
That's fine. We could do it. That's a good 6-pack game.
Yeah.
Now they can't win on the road, so this is a long odds. I should get 2-1 odds for this one. But
what? No, no. Happy birthday, but no. But yeah. So I got the Nuggets. Reggie got the Warriors. Then to close out, we have Joel Embiid, aka Embiid Olajuwon, versus Giannis. The Bucks stops here. They are playing in Milwaukee. This is a good one. This is what I expect to be the Eastern Conference Finals.
Really? I think the Bucks can get upset, personally, very early. I gotta pull up the standings for the Bucks. Sorry, let me pull this up real quick. The Bucks are they didn't win a lot of games in the last. Yeah, the Bucks. Yeah, the Bucks are the most quietest. They be like, oh man, the Bucks ain't that good. They faltering 2, 5, 7, 8, 9, 10. They are 10-3 in their last 13 games. With that being said, Giannis versus Embiid is so intriguing because it's two different play styles. It's give me the ball, and I don't really, no shade. I don't have a lot of skill in Giannis. Giannis is bigger, faster, stronger.
That's not shade. He said I'm
everybody
way less
else
skilled than these guys, but I'm
bigger, stronger, faster than everybody else on the court. Then you have Embiid, who has decided in the last 2 years that nobody is going to guard me ever. And then you have Embiid, who is in the MVP race, who felt that he was disrespected last year, similar to Shaq and Kobe with Steve Nash, when you gave the MVP to Joker, who plays no defense, going up against another MVP candidate. Embiid might score 50 tonight because there's nothing that as good as Brook Lopez is and as tall and as big as he is, when Embiid Olajuwon decides to score 30 and 10, 40 and 10, he's going to score 40 and 10. And if you piss him off, he may go for 45 and 20 if he decides to. A motivated Embiid is a scary thing for the league.
Did you just rhyme there?
I didn't mean to. That would be Casamigos, my friend. Brought to you by Casamigos.
Boy.
And are they playing in Philly? Or are they playing in Milwaukee? No, they're playing in Milwaukee. I want to take. I want to take the 76ers here. It's hard to pick against Milwaukee in Milwaukee. After Milwaukee just got demolished by Boston. They were about 50.
I'm taking the Sixers. I'm taking the Sixers because James Harden looked like he's gotten himself back to who he is, and yes, that's what I'm taking. I don't
know, man. Milwaukee getting demolished by 50 is a lot of motivation. Boston let y'all know that they're the number one. That we're the number one team. Y'all can have the seeding. We are the number one team in the East. Boston let them know immediately. But it's hard for me to pick against Embiid Olajuwon, though. He's made me a believer. I am a believer. I was a believer before, but I am like emphatic now. Like it is Embiid Olajuwon and everybody else. Like,
come on, man. I got the Sixers. Who you picking, man? Barbecue or mildew?
I ain't picked nothing. I don't know. I don't want to pick nothing. I already got a 6-pack on the line. I'm gonna pick Milwaukee at home. I'll take Milwaukee at home.
I ain't betting that one. I'm not that bad. I'm very realistic in who I am as a person. I know that one is not one I feel very confident. I am still very, very afraid of Giannis, and I'm not going to challenge that man nor his manhood like that. Next up, we got a few basketball games we're going to pick pretty quickly. San Diego State versus Florida Atlantic University.
Personal reasons picking Florida Atlantic. The assistant coach is good friends with the assistant coach's wife is good friends with my wife and all her friends from Durham. So I'm going Florida Atlantic for no basketball reasons at all.
I don't even watch college basketball, so pick it yourself. Next up, UConn versus Miami.
I picked Miami. I said that they were my pick to win the championship after they pretty much ran through the ACC tournament and demolished Duke. I am not going to renege. I'm going to stay with Miami for this game. But logically, UConn's going to win this game. UConn has not won by less than like 15 points the entire tournament. They've demolished everybody. And not saying the skill level is the same. Not saying it's more intriguing to watch. But they are the NCAA version of like the 2016 Warriors. It'll be tied. It'll be 35-35, and then it'll be 52-35. And you don't know what the hell just happened. They done hit threes. They done
a whole lot of everything real fast.
real fast in like 3 minutes. So Bobby Hurley's brother out there coaching out of this world. He's from, the gutter of New Jersey. Well, the white gutter of New Jersey. And, they got them playing tough. I'm picking Miami. I would not be surprised if UConn wins the entire thing. The winner of this game is going to win the championship to me.
Also, thank you for reminding me before we go to the women's, what we're really here for. I wanted to let you know that Amir Abdul-Rahim is now the head coach of the University of South Florida. He was with Kennesaw State, and he got a new job a couple days ago.
Knew that was happening. Happening. Got to go to South Florida too. I'm going from Kennesaw to the beach. I'm out. I'm out.
Yes, and that is a beautiful campus. Yes, but sir. The moment that we've all been waiting for, the true game of the week, the most highly sought after ticket, I would assume this weekend, will be the women's basketball finals championship of the world. LSU versus Caitlin Clark in Iowa State. Iowa, excuse me, not the Cyclone. Boy, Jesus. I am picking LSU and Angel Reese.
I'm going for the culture. Let's go, Angel Reese. LSU. I wanted South Carolina and LSU, honestly. I really wanted South Carolina and LSU.
Ooh, that would have been a dogfight.
I watched because they played earlier and South Carolina barely won. I watched that South Carolina Iowa game. In the first half, I will say I don't know what the refs were seeing. But they got South Carolina's best player out the whole first half, Boston, the center. They got her out the game for the whole first half. But with that being said, I take nothing from Iowa because Caitlin Clark had 40. They scored 77 points. She had 41 points and 10 assists. She scored or assisted on every single point they had in the fourth quarter. Every point, it was amazing. To watch her play was amazing. She hit a three to make it a 4-point game. Because once South Carolina started hitting threes, because that is the detriment of South Carolina's team. They can't shoot. They're just bigger than everybody else in college basketball, but they can't shoot. Once they started hitting threes, I was like, oh, this game over. Every time South Carolina hit a three, she came back and hit a three, or came back and did the pick and roll. And shout out to Iowa's coach.
Murderer. She will get out. She has that Kobe Bryant. Hey, I want to win.
Shout out to Iowa's coach because she definitely outcoached Dawn, out-schemed Dawn yesterday, and that doesn't happen often. Now I will say if South Carolina ever get anybody that can shoot, y'all might as well just go ahead and pack up because it's over with.
Look at the conviction in his face.
It's over with.
Yeah. Go home,
bruh. They out rebounded South Carolina. Out rebounded them by like 20 rebounds. It's just Caitlin Clark was just shooting out of this world. I saw nobody else take a three from Iowa. Nobody. I watched the whole game.
That's what happens when you have common sense and you see that somebody's scoring. You get out of the way, but that message has not been relayed in the NBA. So constantly 500.
Yeah, man. But I'm taking LSU here. We taking LSU. We got to go with the culture. We don't like to make stuff racy. Well, we do because race always applies. But yeah, I'm just
picking LSU.
This culture versus culture. So I'm sticking with the culture that I know. I'm going with LSU.
But hey, now this is what I'm gonna say. If she beat South Carolina and she beat LSU, you walk over to that lady, you shake her hand, and give her the credit that is due.
All day, high fives. Hey, listen, you want it. You want it, and she be disrespectful on the court. That's what I really like.
And I
but
want to be
LSU,
very clear.
LSU's tough though.
And she has played the best teams and beaten them.
Every single one of them. Every
and
single
she has
one.
been dominant against the best teams in basketball. I don't care who you put out there versus her on the floor. She is going to be herself, and that is to be commended and respected. Because you got guys in the NBA who can't even do that on a regular basis.
When you know what's about to happen and you can't stop it, and ain't nothing you can really. They beat Southern 87-34. She's beat the number 1 team, the number 2 team, the number 5 team, the number 6 team, the number 3 team, and the number 10 team.
Wait, go back up to the top. Keep going. Oh, okay, she beat Georgia. I rock with you, man.
Nigga, she beat everybody. What you mean? She beat everybody. They lost to Illinois. Well, yes. She's beaten. I mean, they lost to Indiana, who's actually pretty good, and Maryland's pretty good. But Caitlin Clark is crazy. I'm picking LSU though. I'm going with the culture. I don't care what y'all say. That's who I'm going with. Let's go, Baton Rouge. And they playing Boosie in the locker room. That was tough.
Yes,
that was tough.
So we have come to an end of another fantastic.
Wait, before you leave, prayer to the Braves. We've played 1 game. We have lost our starting ace to injured reserve. We have lost our starting closer to injured reserve. We actually went and signed Charlie Culberson to play every position as a backup. He with the Braves. He plays outfield. He plays infield. He plays pitcher. Because we don't have anybody else. Because in 1 game, we've lost 3 of our pillars. Pray for the Braves. All right. Now we come to the end.
Once again, congratulations. Another fantastic birthday for Reggie. I'm going to finish this little bit of tequila I have left here.
Let's take another shot. Ooh, that was more than a shot. Jesus.
Hey, man, it's your birthday.
Happy birthday to me. I get to see my family. I can't wait. Grandma's in town. God brother's coming over. Come on, Lord. Yep. Where the water at? Where the water?
Yeah. I made breakfast this morning, so I'm feeling good. So once again, happy birthday to my guy. Appreciate y'all rocking with us on Saturday Morning Live. Of course, to remember, number 1, Vanessa says happy birthday. We will be back on Monday for Monday Night Raw. There is the episode that just came out. If you can't get it on Spotify, because Spotify's hating because the numbers are through the roof, you can't get us on Google Podcasts. You can't get us on Apple Podcasts. And you can always watch our beautiful faces on YouTube.
Go to YouTube. Spotify is a hating hoe. We have literally put that stuff up there all the time. And for whatever reason, once we get above 150 to 200 listens and downloads, all of a sudden our episode don't work the next time.
They hating.
Stop hating.
It's the algorithms.
We finally made it. One of our YouTube shorts made it to 1,500 views, 1,000 likes. We are growing. We couldn't do it without y'all. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Go run up the numbers. And we got 2 things that are about to premiere for the summer. It's going to be a hot summer for the Splashcast. It's going to be a hot summer for the Splashcast. Let me tell you something. And Dive Team Media. Dive Team Media out here too, Shawty. So let me tell y'all, it's going to be a hot summer. Next football season, when the fall hits, it's going to be crazy. It's going to be crazy. We got every avenue you need over here at Dive Team Media. We got sports. We got movies. We got health consciousness. Whatever you need.
Relax. We're not
quiet. Just let y'all know.
Hey.
Dive Team Media is up next.
Support Black creators. And we are out of here. No, minus the racism, sexism, misogyny. All of that.
Love y'all. Peace. We out. I will be unavailable until tomorrow. Y'all stay safe.
Recording stopped.
Oh, did I end it? Let me end it, Lord. All right. Woo! Hold on. Converting meeting. All right, let me change this to so I can hear you. I can't hear you. I got it on my headphones. I think I got to go to speaker. Yo. Nope, that's not right. Real. I don't know what I got. I got too much stuff going on right now. Oh, I ended the meeting. My dumb ass.